Hey, how's it going, YouTube? Chris here, and I wanted to show you something interesting on this RSST on a Nemesis. Yeah, no, I'm kicking it old school, from 2011 or 2013. But yeah, I remember whenever I started vaping, about hearing about Genesis style devices and how they would not shock people. I mean, they would say shock people, but they wouldn't necessarily shock people. You just get like an electric taste in your mouth, like as if you touched a 9-volt battery to your tongue. And I remember hearing about that, and I never had a problem with it, mostly because I bought this, hated it, and started dripping. Actually, I have a Kraken here from Fast Tech, if you cannot tell by how poorly stamped all this is. But I hated it. I absolutely hated it, so I moved over to dripping. Well, I decided to pull this off the shelf after a year or so and give it a shot. So what I have going in here is a stainless steel mesh build. Let me pull that up. Stainless steel mesh. It's running about 0.9, which is pretty high for me normally to be vaping. And actually, I'll leave that off to fire it. It's firing. Nothing special because it's such a low build, but hold on one second. Turn on autofocus. There we go. But yeah, I wanted to show you because earlier whenever I was vaping, I noticed that if I were to touch my tongue to the drip tip while I was firing it, I would have that, battery taste feel. And so I've got a cheap multimeter here from Harbor Freight, one of their free ones. I've got a nicer one somewhere around here, but it's not a fluke, but it's nicer than this. I don't know where that's at the moment. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. I'm kind of sick here. I've kind of got like allergies, which is weird for the winter. But so if I'm sniffling through the video, don't mind that, please. But yeah, let's give this a shot here. Let's see what we're at. I've already tested this, so I know. This is actually the second time making this video. Stay on there. Almost 2 volts there. Almost 2. So you can see it's at 20 volts DC. Yeah, earlier it was hitting 2.5, but still 2 volts. Nothing dangerous or anything. But I don't understand why this is happening. It happens on every device. I'll show you here in a second. I don't understand why that happens with an isolated, insulated wick hole, whatever you want to call that. I don't know if you've ever seen an RSST. I'm sure most of you have, but it's isolated or insulated or whatever you want to call that. But yeah, I thought that was kind of strange. I'll move this over to a different device with a fully charged battery. I've got my old Atimo here. Stick this on here. I'm gonna have to put battery in there. I've got a brand new, haven't even used this PVTSO. It's fully charged. They charge them up at the shop that I bought this from, which is Vapor City in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's an amazing shop. 4.19. Okay. Yeah, these batteries, I bought 2 of them, and I've been using one in my Colonial. And yeah, I brushed the top cap here. Totally regret doing it. I'm going to brush the whole tube so it's not the end of the world. But I did brush the switch too, and that looks really good in my opinion, especially whenever it's like clean. What I did is I took the switch apart, chucked it up in the drill, and then just held sandpaper to it. Alright, come on, battery. Burn away. Different device, brand new battery. Let's see if I can do it on here as easy as I could on the Nemesis. Can't see the negative. Oh, weird. Earlier it was hitting 2 volts. I mean, I did just switch devices, but I expected with the new battery be at 2.5 like it was earlier. Nope. Just shove this in there. 1.8. Okay. Well, anyways, hit 2 volts. Every device does this, but not to 2 volts. Here's a Poldiac with a K-Fun on it. Well, I say every device was doing it, but K-Fun's not doing it now. Or not, yeah, K-Fun and Poldiac. I mean, it's jumping from 0.02 up to 0.09. I don't know. Earlier I was hitting 0.2, so 0.20. What is that? Millivolts, something like that. Let's try this. It's kind of hard to do this here on the Colonial because of the recessed switch. Oh, look at that. 1.5 volts. Huh. I'll get the battery taste from that. Okay. Huh. 1.4. Weird. I wasn't going up that high earlier when I first did this video. Oh, yes, that's a new Surge can. I ordered it. Really good. You need to try it if you haven't. It tastes like Mountain Dew 7-Up mixed, but not over sweet or over carbonated like those two. But yeah, I guess that's it. You know, if you have any questions, comment below. Please give this video a like. I'd say subscribe, but I don't put out content regularly enough for, you know, a subscription. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good night, and see you next time.